Hey, what's up? So this video, I'm going to be talking about the top 5 games that Scorpio play. So I'm going from least important out of the 5 to most important, right? So I'm counting down from 5. Number 5, the silent treatment. Um, I have my notes here, as you can see. So Scorpios like to use the silent treatment. They use silence as a weapon in order for them to get you to be manipulated to either start a conversation or to at least yield, right, and actually find out what it is that they want. It's a ploy, right? It's a manipulative tactic where they want to get you to be more invested into them, you know, whenever it is that they don't want to communicate with you first, right? So what do? If they're using the silent treatment, now I will say this though, also, Scorpios can use the silent treatment for one of 3 reasons. Either they legitimately don't have anything to say, which would mean that they're not actually manipulating you in that moment. They just legitimately don't have anything to say, and they've essentially drawn inward, right? Um, uh, or it can represent that they want you to pay more attention to them. So they're using the silent treatment to get you to feel uneasy at how silent they're being with you or whatnot. Um, so you spark up a conversation or say something to them or suggest that the two of you go hang out or whatever. And number 3, right, which is, I should say, the third reason why they give you the silent treatment, which is they're actually trying to give you that silent treatment so that they can actually prepare to leave you. So, I mean, what is it that you should do if a Scorpio is giving you the silent treatment? Yield, give in some ground. It gets into a battle of egos where a lot of people don't like communicating. You're definitely going to have to do that because a Scorpio will be fixated in that mentality, even if the relationship goes downhill. If they're willing to sabotage the relationship, unfortunately, if they're in that type of modality. Seriously. So communicate with them. Ask them what exactly is going on. Ask them to talk with you, and whatever happens, be prepared for what it is that they have to say to you. Number 4, um, they play the how much money you have game. Okay, and how they play that game with you. How Scorpios play that game with you is sometimes when they are speaking, right? If when they're not giving you the silent treatment, when they are speaking, sometimes obviously they'll want to hang out. They'll want to kick it with you. They'll want to do something that requires some form of money, right? And they may have their own, right? But because they have their own and they want to do something, sometimes you may not necessarily have that, right? Or have the money on you as of right now, or have the money, period. You may be broke right now. See, because a lot of times people misconstrued rich, broke, poor, right? From highest to lowest, right? Rich is powerful, successful, you have it. Broke is you can get it, but you just don't have it right now. Poor is you perpetually don't have it. You never have it. So you may be broke, you may have it, but you just don't have it right now at the time when the Scorpios ask you to hang out. So when they ask you, right, the best thing for you to do to get over that game that they play, right, is for you to just come clean about your disposition. If you don't have it, you need to say that you don't have it, because you can't, because see, that's another thing too. If you're an egotistical person in that way where you like talk about money or you put money out there, or like, you put money first, you lead with money. um the Scorpios can get their money together, but when they hang out with you and you start talking about all this other stuff about how you can't and you don't want to, they're going to start to investigate. Now they're going to start to give you that kind of side eye, where they're going to be like, but I thought you always had money. What's up with this? Now that I got my money up and I want to hang out with you, now all of a sudden you can't. But the whole time when I didn't have it, as of right now, you could talk about it and you could flaunt it. But now that I have it, this is what the Scorpios are thinking to themselves. Now that I have the money, now you don't have it. So now the Scorpios will start to look at y'all, people who are not Scorpios, a different way. They'll start to lose respect for y'all because, again, why are you lying about your situation? Scorpios don't like liars. So why are y'all lying about y'all situation? And then you have, oh, I should say, yeah, the solution to that, like I said, is to be direct. If a Scorpio really likes you, they will even, if a Scorpio really likes you, right, likes you, like you, they will hang out with you. They will be willing to pay. Okay. I've been looked out for by a few Scorpios by just coming clean. Look, I ain't got it right now. I'm not even gonna go ahead BS you. I ain't got it. And the Scorpios was like, okay, I'll go. I got you. Don't even worry about it. Right. And I'm like, all right, thank you. I appreciate that. Right. Some of them were friends. Right. Right. Some of them was my homeboys. Some of them was obviously the people who I was getting to know on that romantic level. But again, the treatment for that, or the solution to that, is to just come clean. The third game, or I should say number three, that Scorpios play is cracking jokes. Now, some of you may be asking yourselves, how is this a manipulative game if they're cracking jokes? Doesn't that mean that they're having fun? Precisely. A lot of Scorpios like to use their seriousness and their intensity as a means to intimidate people, or another layer of protection and power. And a lot of times, when the Scorpios are not very comfortable in surroundings, they have their head on a swivel, looking around, paying attention to their surroundings, making sure that their surroundings are safe. So when the Scorpios have made the decision that they rock with you, they like you, they respect you, right? Respect is a big thing. You'll actually find out that Scorpios actually have a very big humorous side. I know, right? Like Scorpio is probably the most, Scorpio and Capricorn are probably the most serious zodiac signs, right? As far as demeanor is concerned, as far as staunch seriousness, stone face, authoritative, you know, not giving you any kind of crack in character type stuff. Scorpio is actually quite a jokester. But see, this is what I'm talking about. You'll know that a Scorpio likes you when they start cracking jokes. They'll actually show you that they are quite the comedian, actually. They know how to crack a few jokes. They're quite funny. I know some of y'all probably thinking to yourself, I guess a Scorpio never likes me. Or never liked me before. They've never cracked jokes around me. Don't worry, now you know. Number two, um, not liking you. Scorpios do not like it when they respect or like, and I should say respect and like someone that they actually are cool with. They don't like it because Scorpio sees it as a means of, this is a person that can potentially wiggle their way into the armor that they've created for themselves, so that so the person can end up turning against them and hurting them later. And And the thing is that the Scorpios may not necessarily uh may not understand that that's not what it is. So the things that what the Scorpios will do is that the Scorpio, if you find yourself a Scorpio um doing things for you in your favor, right, in your benefit, and the two of y'all hang out or whatever, or you repay them by hanging out or whatever, friendship, love, right, and they stop talking to you, or it seems like you don't get a call from them, they're actually thinking quite a lot about you, and they're also thinking about, you know, in their own hysterical mind, they're also thinking about how could they have let someone, get, wiggle their way into the armor, and that they still have cracks in their armor. Scorpios are quite hard on themselves secretly. So the cure, or the solution to that, is for you to essentially give them some space, you know, and continue to be cool with them, right? Continue to be their confidant. Continue to allow them to trust you, as well as you trust them, you know. And that's how the relationship gets stronger. I know I skipped over the cracking jokes part, but there really is no explanation for that. All it is that you have to do is just be a person that has decency, and Scorpios will see that in you if you have any, and then they'll respect you and they'll like you. Now you can't fake decency. So if you don't have decency, the Scorpios will make that judgment for themselves, and they'll decide that they don't really rock with you like that, and they'll leave, right? So the thing is that the number one game, because we're on number one, the number one game that Scorpio plays is the invincibility card. They play the invincibility game, meaning that they like to make it seem like they are a perfect hardened shell, when in actuality, they really do want love. They want it badly. But the thing is that they don't trust people. And to a certain extent, they're right, because a lot of people are fake, phony, you know, um, off their rocker, so to speak. So the Scorpio sees this at a very young age through their intense experiences. And the Scorpio understands that, this isn't necessarily what they want to experience. They don't want to go through the time, the wasted time that it's going to take to deal with people who are too far gone anyway. So they develop that shell. Now, but they do want love very badly. They want friendship. They want romantic love. They want a family. They want people that they could trust. And that's part of the reason why it is that they hold on to people that they can trust so vigorously, right? So much. It's because they don't have that level of trust with a lot of people. So when they finally get someone that they can trust, which is few and far in between, it's very rare, Scorpios will hold on to that person while trying to act like they don't need that person. Because in all intents and purposes, when it comes to living their life, they can't afford their own food, obviously their breathing, right? Their place of residence. They can afford that type of stuff. But trust in character, love, and things of this nature is more unpredictable. So a lot of times, Scorpios wants to know who they can trust. This is where it is that you come in. If you can show these Scorpios that you're really trustworthy when it comes to them, at least, and that you don't give your trust, or you don't rock with anybody, just anybody, and you actually rock with them, they will look at that and they will appreciate that quite a lot, right? I've had a lot of experience with Scorpios, and I can honestly say that I've probably only been the poisonous one to about one Scorpio. The other Scorpios that I've ever known have pretty much been quite poisonous to me in that regard. But so for the most part, I've actually done them right, right? Except for one, but the other 99% of them I've pretty done right with by them. So um these are the top 5 games that Scorpio play, right? Peace.